There's experiences, and then there's experiences like studying abroad. The culture, the travel, the opportunity to live in a new country, it leaves an impact that will last a lifetime. I know it has for me. So that's why when I found out about this film festival, I thought I'd focus on my story and memories and experiences of studying in London. But then that got me thinking, why just focus on my story? There's been tons and tons of students that have studied abroad, all with memories and experiences of their time abroad. So let's hear from them.
Studying abroad for me came about from my best friend. She said, Nancy, let's go to Germany. Never dreamed I would be going abroad or doing anything. So basically, she got me going and got my passport and found myself studying abroad. Never dreaming I would be there. But boy, you quickly learn self-preservation. You learn what you're capable of. You're cut off from your parents' easy access. Everything becomes about taking care of yourself. Then on top of that, not only you're taking care of yourself, everybody around you is learning to do that too. So it becomes a learning experience within a group, and some do it well and some don't. Some embrace the freedom and the courage to explore and to go new places, and others did sit back and stay in their rooms and stayed locally. Everybody did what they felt comfortable doing. For me, there was just the world to explore. I couldn't see enough. I couldn't go enough. I was studying, so I only had weekends and a break. But it was afterwards that I learned that I traveled 6 weeks after my program ended, that I really learned what I was capable of doing.
'Cause I'm on top of the world, hey. I'm on top of the world, hey. Waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, hey. Been holding it in for a while, hey. Take you with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. And I know it's...
Hi, I'm an alum of IES's London program in the spring of 2008. And for me, studying abroad in London was the pinnacle of my college experience. And that's saying something, considering that I consider college to be the best 4 years of my life. But as an English major, the benefits I got from studying abroad went far beyond just the amazing professors and fellow students and the experience of living and studying in London. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my degree after school. And through my study abroad experience, I learned so much about myself and my talents and where my real passions lied. So after graduation, I went to work for a collegiate travel agency where I got to travel back to Europe on several occasions, working with other colleges and bringing alumni and other students and friends of the college to Europe to experience some of the things that I got to. And I then took my next step in my career into higher education at an institution that is renowned for its amazing study abroad program. So much of my experience went so far beyond just that semester in London. For me, it really defined who I was going to be as a professional, and that's something that I will always be grateful for.
Having the opportunity to live, study, and work in London was one of the most memorable and amazing experiences I've ever had. Being raised in a suburb of a big city, I was curious to see what it was like living in one, and I gotta say, it was exciting, overwhelming, and something that I would like to do after college. London is truly one of the greatest cities in the world. There is always something to do and explore, and I actually didn't get to do everything because of the countless options the city has to offer. I was very lucky to make some very close friends, some of whom go to IU with me, and we have shared some really cool experiences together that I will never forget.
I've tried to cut these corners, try to take the easy way. I kept on falling short of something. I could've gave up then, but then I'm on top of the world, hey. I'm on top of the world, hey. Been waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, hey. Been holding it in for a while.
Hello, my name is Matt Sherman. I'm going to be a senior at Indiana University, and I just got back from a spring abroad term for a semester in Barcelona through IES. And I'm going to tell you about my favorite memory from Barcelona, which is a really tough question, but if I had to narrow it down, I would say that it was the FC Barcelona game versus Manchester City. It was a huge Champions League game. Tickets were impossible to get. None of my friends were willing to spend 400 euros. No one knew how to get the tickets. My teachers didn't even know, but I knew I had to go to this game, and it was an opportunity of a lifetime. So what I did was I hit up some of my resources in the United States. My dad's doctor, he knew a doctor who lives in Spain, specifically Barcelona. I emailed this guy asking if he had an extra ticket. Turns out this guy has been an FC Barcelona fan for about 40 years, and he has season tickets every single year, and his son wasn't going that game. So I met him, I rode on his scooter all the way to the stadium. It was one of the scariest experiences of my life. Honestly, these people, they drive like crazy. But I made it there. The stadium was sold out. 100,000 people were there. And Barcelona won 2-0. And after that, I just kind of was not in reality, because coming out of the stadium and thinking about where I just was, it was really just a dream come true. And I will always cherish that memory for as long as I live. And it is always a story that I can brag about. So that, yes, there you go.
If you love somebody, better tell them why they're here, 'cause they just may run away from you. You'll never know quite when, well, then again it just depends on how long the time is left for you. I've had the highest mountains, I've had the deepest river. You can have it all, but life keeps moving. I'll take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, hey. I'm on top of the world, hey. Been waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, hey.
What does studying abroad mean to me? It's a really tough question. I think studying abroad was the most exciting thing I've done in my life, and I'm really fortunate to have the opportunity. I think I got to live in Rome with a Roman. I got to make Roman friends and friends from all over the US. And it was really great to improve my language skills and get to have art history classes, talking about things that I'm seeing. We had class at the Colosseum, we had class at the Roman Forum. Like, that's something I'll never get to do again. And just being in Europe, I got to travel all around Europe and see things that by myself I would never get to see all of. 4 months in Europe studying and living was probably one of the greatest things that I'll do in my life, and I'm so happy that I got to do it.
'Cause I'm on top of the world, hey. I'm on top of the world, hey. Waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, hey.
My favorite part of London was the walk down Whitehall, starting at the National Gallery at Trafalgar Square, past the Horse Guards Parade, Buckingham Palace, St. James's Park, and ending up in Parliament Square, the Houses of Parliament, Big Ben, and Westminster Abbey. To have all this rich history and culture in one strand was amazing to me. This is truly where I felt at home, being in London for 4 months. This is where all my expectations were met and exceeded.
Okay, so I chose to study abroad with the IES Rome program this past spring, and I enjoyed every single moment of it. I've always thought about studying abroad. Didn't really ever know where, didn't know what program to do. I found IES, and I just thought this program was the perfect fit for me. You know, there were so many of my favorite experiences, my favorite times there. Just the experience in general was the best thing that has ever happened to me. I truly have become a new person, a new, better person because of this experience. I was allowed to see the world and meet people who I would never have thought to have met. You know, you meet all these other friends that you're going to make on your program. I don't know what it is. I think that just everyone who studies abroad, they're just awesome people. Like, they're so cool. Like, there was not one person in my program where I was like, oh, okay, like, we're probably not gonna be friends. You know, everyone is friendly. Everyone wants to get to know each other. And they all want to do the same thing that you want to do. They want to go out and they want to meet other people. They want to explore the city that you're living in. They want to explore other cities. They're adventurous. They're so adventurous. And I think that I wasn't adventurous before I studied abroad, and being abroad allowed me to seek that adventure, to be a little spontaneous, to, you know, look at life a little bit differently, to be open-minded to people. I absolutely love my study abroad experience. I don't regret anything I did. Any choices I made, any purchases I bought, anything. I don't regret it all. I'm excited to be able to go and travel more in the long run, and I am excited that I have this experience under my belt, and I'm so grateful for everything that it taught me.
I want to study abroad for the reason to learn, well, to explore the world, and just because all my sisters went abroad and had a great time, I want to go to myself.
So, in a sense, you bring back this sense of self that carries with you the rest of your life. And you do carry, and you pass that on, is what I did. I made friends, experiences that I passed on to my children that have since wanted to share my experience. And they have. And I couldn't be happier that I was able to provide them with it. And because of this, their horizons are bigger. They understand more of the global economy, the world, what is out there. And they too will take this knowledge and pass it on to their children also.